Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video, we're going to be going over all the reasons why it's the absolute best time to be playing MapleStory. So to start the video off, what is MapleStory? So MapleStory is a 2D side-scrolling MMORPG that allows you to upgrade your items in various ways while also promoting party play to clear difficult bosses within the game. MapleStory is 20 years old now, so it has definitely stood its test of time. And with major updates coming in the near future, it definitely doesn't look like MapleStory is going anywhere anytime soon. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. So one of the best reasons to come into MapleStory today is because we have an event going on called a hyper burning event. Essentially what this event is it's a leveling event that allows you to get 2 levels for every level that you earn, all the way to level 250. On top of gaining 2 levels for every level you earn, you also get a ton of rewards, which make it a lot easier to actually progress in the game, and it also gives you access to a lot of content within the game as well. This hyperburning event is an extremely rare event as well, where we've only seen it come around once every 6 months usually. So if you're thinking about coming back to MapleStory or thinking about joining MapleStory, it's definitely a great time to do so with this event going on because it is such a rare event. Moving on from the Hyperburn, we're going to talk about Arcane symbols and Sacred Force symbols. So inside of the game of MapleStory, there is a system called Arcane Force and Sacred Power. So essentially what this system is it's a system within the game that allows you to gain extra damage towards mobs and bosses in exchange for doing quick and simple dailies. They've now made it easier than ever to obtain max Arcane Force and made it easier than ever to get higher Sacred Power inside of the game. So it's a much easier task to actually progress these systems inside of the game versus how it was about 2 years ago. This is a recent change that they've just implemented, and I can definitely see them making it easier and even easier in the near future. Moving on from Arcane Force and Sacred Power, let's talk about the actual community and the content creators within the community itself. The community inside of Maple has actually been growing extremely fast. Pretty much for the last year or 2 years, the community has been growing and growing and growing. But ever since the showcase of the 6th job, that number has skyrocketed and the community is growing larger and larger every single day, which is awesome for when you're in the game and you have questions for people. Alongside the community growing, the content creators as well inside of the community are also growing. That means it's easier to find guides, it's easier to access information, and it's also easier to find a community of people to hang out with and ask questions and just enjoy your time more. I know when playing a game, it's definitely a lot more enjoyable if you feel like you're playing it with other people. And since there is a growing community on Twitch and on YouTube, it definitely feels like you're playing with a community of people versus just progressing on your own. And one of the absolute biggest reasons why it's such a great time to play MapleStory now versus any other time in the past is because of the announcement of the 6th job. Now, why is this so important and why is this such a big update and why are so many people talking about it? Well, if you don't know, MapleStory has a job advancement system that starts off at 1st job and then moves to 2nd job, 3rd job, 4th job, 5th job, and then 6th job. The last time we had a new job advancement update was about 7 years ago, so it's a major update with this 6th job being released and a lot of new skills being introduced inside of the game and a lot of reworks that are going to be happening, along with a majority of changes from skills, items obtained, bosses, and maps. So it's a really exciting time for the game and a lot of new content that's already been released, but much more content to come out in the near future. And one of the biggest reasons why it's such a great time to actually come back to the game right now is that Nexon has showed extreme interest in actually listening to the community and implementing changes that the community wants to see. Just recently, Wonky, who plays an extremely major role for MapleStory, was visiting streamers at their houses and asking them questions and sitting down and talking with them. It's just really great to actually see Nexon themselves making a conscious effort to reach out to not only players, but also the content creators that are putting out content. I know in other games that I've played, communication from the game developers and the players is something that's always going to be lacking a bit, and I'm definitely not saying that Nexon is perfect at all in this sense. They definitely have their flaws and mistakes, just as any other game development company does have, but they've shown an interest in improving this about themselves, which is a great step forward and something that I'm extremely excited to see them do more and more of in the near future. There's definitely a ton more reasons as to why it's such a great time to play MapleStory right now versus any other time before, but these were just some of the major reasons as to why it's such a great time. I'm really excited to see the future of MapleStory, and I think it's very bright. I think they've been doing a lot of amazing changes and executing them flawlessly as well, and it's really showing the direction of what they want this game to go into. I don't know about you guys, but I'm extremely excited to see what the future MapleStory brings to us, and I'm definitely excited to see all the new players that have been coming back to the game or joining the game for the first time and having a great time while playing MapleStory. If you guys have anything that you think that I should have added to this list or that I missed in this list, please leave it down in the comment section below. I know there were a ton of things that I could have added, but I didn't want this to be too long. But with that being said, guys, that is going to wrap up the video for today. As always, I hope you did enjoy the video, and until next time, I will see you guys all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.